listening to The Bo's Nose, a podcast about QI Roberts Junior Senior High School in Putnam County, Florida. And I'm your host, Mr. Bose. Today we have in studio with us the candidates for junior class representative for their student government election debate. So thank you all for taking the time out of your power hour to join me. So let's go around the table, introduce yourselves, and also answer the question, why are you interested in becoming a student government representative?
Hi, I'm Gianna Stiegel, and I'm running for junior representative. And I want to become a representative just because I want to represent more people for like the shyer side, or like the people who are not as like popular and like have as much of a vote for, or like a say as in things. And I want to be able to represent those people who their opinion isn't as listened as much as, let's say, people who are more involved because they're more shy to become involved. And I just want to represent those people in my junior class.
Hi, I'm Nanette Janson-Burns. I want to be a junior representative because I want to make the student body feel more inclusive, like as a whole, like we're all working together towards something, not as like cliquey or separated, but like we're all focused on doing something good for our community.
I'm Isaac Nipple, and I want to be a student representative because I want to help bring a voice to people who don't really want to speak up or can't speak up, as well as take a larger role in events and activities with my fellow students.
Hi, I'm Izzy Lotto, and I want to be a junior representative because I was a representative last year, number one. Number two, I feel like I could really help with like events and more planning. And try to give more of a voice to like a lot of people in the grade.
Hi, I'm Carly Johntree, and I want to be a representative, just have some fun because our class doesn't really try to be involved. Last year we only had 4 representatives, and so it was like we all became a rep, but this time I think that I have some experience with last year, and I just wanted to do it again, so...
Hi, I'm Rasheen Jones. I'm interested in being class representative because I think I am very involved with a lot of the junior class. So I think that's really important when trying to create unity and stuff with our class.
Very good. Thank you all for taking the first step and putting your hat in the ring. So now we're going to go around. Everybody's going to get 2 randomly selected questions. First of which is going to go to Nanette. First question is to you. How do you plan to effectively represent the interests and concerns of your fellow students if you are elected?
I think that it would be good to put into practice maybe sending out polls to like judge what people think needs to be better, like what they want improved, like listen to their voices instead of just creating what I think would be best. And I also think that like talking to people, making sure that I'm listening to what each and every person has to say would be good for representation.
Very good. Isaac, same question.
Which was, one more time, please.
How do you plan to effectively represent the interests and concerns of your fellow students?
By going around listening to opinions, making sure to ask how they feel about any decisions that are currently being made or in the process of being made, and just kind of including them as a voice. Very good.
Carly, next question is for you. How would you approach collaborating with other student government representatives and other student organizations across campus?
We all have Instagram pages, so I think that's an easy way to all connect with each grade level. But also, I just love to talk, so I think that I can just use my voice and we can get it done.
Very good. Rasheen, same question.
Like Carly said about like Instagram, I think through social media and also through maybe reaching out to like the officials of like clubs and things like that, we can do whatever we need to get done to solve.
Okay. Gianna, same question.
I'm kind of going along with what Rasheen said, is reaching out to different groups, like the representatives, and also a lot of the people who are in student government are also part of different clubs. So allowing like them to like take on their other side of their club and being like, hey, you're part of this club. Do you think that maybe we could talk to your representatives of this club and, figure something out with like work together and collaborate on something? And just really reaching out.
Very good. Izzy, I want to give you a chance for a question. And your question is going to be, how do you plan to balance your academic responsibilities with the time commitment required for junior class representative?
So basically what I did, so since I was a representative last year, with my academic responsibilities, I mostly get most of my work done like in class, right? So that helps a lot. And then with the time committed for like this required for like this position, it's honestly not that hard to do. Cause if you're finishing all your work and you're doing all your work, like that, it shouldn't really I don't know. The balance of it is not that hard.
Okay. Good. Rasheen, same question.
I think it also, following what Izzy said, I don't think it would be too difficult trying to balance it because a lot of the time it is during power hour. So if you're just willing to give up one day of your time to just come to your classroom and join one student government meeting, it really wouldn't be too difficult.
Okay, very good. Isaac, next question is for you. You mentioned that you wanted to run to speak up for students. So how do you plan to communicate and engage with those students who may not be actively involved in student government or who have different perspectives?
One way is to use social media, like both Rasheen and Carly had recommended. But on top of that, also just go around asking different people, just as a general consensus, just see what they say. See how they react.
Okay. Let's see. Gianna, same question.
About the other people, including a
Yeah.
few. So I had a couple of ideas. One Nanette mentioned at the beginning was like doing polls and such that, you know, people who may not like speak out as much, more shyer people who, if you ask for their opinion, they might just be like, oh yeah, that just sounds good. But allowing them to have like a kind of like anonymous way to like put in their opinion is like a great way to include them. So like polls through email and such. Also just like, what is the word? Advertising our social media more and like being like, hey, this is a great way to like include yourself and other sort of things. I also just going around like maybe like a group of student government representatives going around to like each tables during power hour and be like, hey, we're thinking about these ideas. Like, what do you think? And like you could get like either do like a voice memo or something, or just like kind of like write down their ideas and such, just to include different classes and like different people's perspectives and ideas.
Okay, very good. Izzy, next question is for you. Let's see. How do you how do you handle conflicts or disagreements when working within a team?
So, with handling like disagreements and conflicts in a team, you kind of like assess what the conflict is, right? You assess what the conflict is and get everybody's opinion. Obviously, there's going to be a disagreement, right? You try to you get a consensus and you try to make a compromise. Like if you try to make a compromise between like both sides, or like, because when you're working within a team, you kind of all have to be on the same page about things. But if you're not on the same page, you kind of gotta go in the middle. So it always says from past experiences. So I have had conflicts of working in a team, and like there are many like ways to make a compromise.
So we've had the last student government candidate for junior class representative join us. As we know, this is a student organization, so students have to balance their academic with the club. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell us why you want to be a student government representative?
My name is Mackenzie Donnelly, and I want to be a student government representative because I feel like not only is it a really good opportunity to get a leadership role, but it also can aid me in leadership skills for other things that may come in my life, such as I'm in the Youth Advocacy Board for the state of Florida for students working against tobacco, and I feel like joining student government will help me build my skills that I need to progress in that.
Wonderful. All right, Carly, we're going to come back to you. How do you handle conflicts or disagreements when working in a team?
Well, cut that out. When I handle conflicts, I think we can make everyone happy by just, we can maybe vote on it, make it easy. We can compromise with everybody and, making everyone happy. As long as everyone's happy, that there's no problem. Just tell them that it's okay and everything's fine and we can work it out.
Very good. So Nanette, for you, describe a situation where you had to take a leadership role and make a tough decision.
I'm in the Mental Health Ambassadors Club, and I was trying to decide what clubs to do because the only day that I don't have a club is on Monday. So I ended up joining the Mental Health Ambassadors as the vice president. And we've been setting up an event for sometime this month. And so we've had to do a lot of fundraising ideas, and I've helped work towards that goal.
Very good. And Mackenzie, next question is for you. How would you approach collaborating with other student government representatives and other student organizations on campus?
So I would approach collaborating with other student government representatives as a great opportunity because I feel like working together is always better than working alone. And I feel that student government should be very open to collaborating with other clubs and organizations on campus. Once again, another kind of collaboration can make it stronger, and both parties would be able to benefit greatly.
Very good. All right, so the last question I want all of you to weigh in on as a closing remark is, what experience or qualities do you possess that make you a strong candidate for this role? So this is your last chance to make the appeal to your voters. And we'll go in reverse order. So, Rasheen, we'll start with you.
Okay. So I think a leadership's... Oh, wait. Hold on. Can you repeat the question?
Yes. So your question is, what experience or qualities do you possess that make you a strong candidate for the role of junior class representative?
I think that I'm a very confident person when it comes to speaking out towards things. So I think that's important when trying to reach out to my student class. And also I'm very friendly in that way, so I can vary from every person and get their opinions on things.
All right, very good. Carly?
I think having good communication skills plays a big part in being a student government representative in order to get your voice heard and make a change for your class. Also, teamwork skills would be very nice to have. As long as you can talk, I think you'll do great in student government.
All right.
What was the question again?
So the question is, what experience or qualities do you possess that make you a strong candidate for the role?
Well, I seem to talk to everybody in the grade, to be honest. And I feel like in student government, because there are a lot of decisions kind of to be made, and because you're gonna have a say, you're gonna have a vote, because we do this voting thing when you're in student government, raise your hand, right? But I feel like because I talk to everybody, almost everybody, but I can get a lot of people's opinions, and I can factor that into my voting.
All right, very good. Mackenzie?
I feel like a quality that I possess that makes me qualified is that I'm very open to different ideas. So even if I may not agree with someone's idea, I will listen to it and take it into account. I also feel like I am very like charismatic and positive. So I'm not gonna like totally say no, I dislike that. So once again, going back to the open to other ideas. So I feel like in student government, you have to compromise with others, even if you don't agree on something. So I feel like kind of goes with that.
Very good. Isaac?
While I'm not as confident as probably anybody else here is, I do enjoy and actually take pleasure in being able to hear how other people feel about different things, and I also like being able to compromise and mix ideas together in order to create a plan that everybody can try to enjoy. And as for experience, I play on team. I'm part of one of the sports team, and that requires a lot of communication and very open ideas to being able to try different things. So
Very good. Nanette?
Well, as others have said, I have good communication skills. I feel like I possess a lot of leadership qualities, and I really care about making our class happy and doing things that will better our school experience as a whole.
And last but certainly not least, Yana?
One thing that I did want to mention, I don't have very many leadership experiences, but I did want to use student government as a chance to learn and grow and try to develop my leadership experiences. And on top of that, I am a very open-minded person, and I do try to include everyone's ideas. And I try to include everyone and everyone's ideas, and I do really want our whole class to try and be more involved in pep rallies and things like that, because my class half of us tend to not want to include themselves barely. And I do think that if everyone's included and voted into it, and their opinions are accounted for, I feel like our class become more open and just a lot more actually doing things. And then also I do have a more creative side, because I am a part of art club, which I am a part of a lot of clubs and have a lot of connections club, which would help with the communication. But also I'm just a very creative person, and I think that just maybe trying to help or include myself in with creative aspects would help student government a lot.
Wonderful. So listeners, you have yourselves a difficult choice. You have to choose between 4 of these candidates for junior class representative, and you will vote on September 15th during Power Hour, so mark your calendars. Thank you to all of you for being here and sharing your time with me. And listeners, that wraps up another episode of The Bows Knows. Thank you for taking the time, everybody, to sit down. Listeners, if you like the podcast, subscribe on your favorite podcast player of choice so you don't miss out on future episodes, and please share with your friends. Until next time, excellence in all endeavors.